Grand Rising, my little cherubs, welcome back to my channel, Red Fire Flags. Thank you for clicking on this reading. Welcome to my A1 Day Ones, and welcome to my newbies. Should you find yourself here, everybody's welcome. Right, so I'm just going to do a little bit of housekeeping before I jump into this reading today. Thank you for the donations. I'm really appreciative of that. If you want to buy me a coffee, because I'm not monetized or anything like that, everything goes towards the channel or supporting me to support the channel. And the details are in the description box below. Also, timestamps will be in the description box below as well. I enjoy reading all of your comments. I love the fact that you feel comfortable enough to share your stories with me here. I am so appreciative of that. So now that that's out of the way, I think I've covered everything. Also, details for readings will be down in the description box below as well. I'm looking at changing things up a little bit. I usually only offer hour readings, but I'm gonna offer questions and stuff like that, but bear with me while I get all that sorted out. I'm new to this. So now that's out of the way, we are going to jump into the reading today. Today is a pick a card reading. These are going to be messages from the Great Mother Divine. All right. Powerful messages. I've been trying to deliver these messages for a while, but it sideswipes me and overwhelms me a lot. So hopefully tonight's the night that I can do all three piles. I don't like recording, stopping and then coming back to it. I've got a few that I've started, but I don't really like to do that. I prefer to do everything in one hit. So hopefully this is going to be that. So I've rabbited on long enough. I'm going to dive straight into your reading. Hopefully you've picked your picture that was on the thumbnail. And so, yeah, I'll see you at pile number one. Grand Rising, my lovely pile number ones. So if you've picked pile number one, this is going to be messages from the Great Mother Divine. All right. I'm going to start with the energy around this pile now, as I usually do. And if that's not the energy you're in, it's probably not going to be the reading for you. All right. So the energy that I'm picking up straight away, what I'm playing with today is this bit of blue calcite. The energy that I'm picking up today is... there's been a bit of turbulence. Not a bit, I'm putting that mildly. I feel like there's been a lot that's been going on, and I feel like you have called time on a lot of connections. Pile number one, you have broken cycles, ties. You are cutting away anything that doesn't serve you. You've walked away from long-term relationships. You've walked away from family. Now, this is a general pick a card, so you know it's going to be different for all of you. Some of you, it's going to be literally all of the above. But take the bits that resonate and please leave the bits that don't, because they're obviously messages for somebody else. But yes, there's been a heavy breakup here. But I feel like you've been the one that's done this. I don't feel like somebody walked away from you. You stepped away from this connection or this family, this job. You've walked away from several things. This year has been about you closing down cycles, leaving things that don't serve you, leaving behind people that have been quite malicious and spiteful with their intent as well. And you've given people many chances, and the energy that I'm picking up right now is a lot of them are like, how dare you? I mean, I haven't done anything wrong, and blah, 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 and whatever the energy is, take it and apply it. It's shock, because they didn't expect you, one, to take your power back, but two, they expected to be able to continue to be the way that they were and for you to continue to turn a blind eye to it, when that was never going to be the case. Pile number one, I'm hearing there used to be this UB40 song, and other people have sung it as well, but I'm remembering the UB40 version. Something about a big, big tree, then we are a small axe, sharp and ready to cut you down. Ready? If you, oh God, I think it's called Small Axe. I'm going to try and find it if I remember. I probably won't. but I'm going to try and find it and put it in the bottom of the description box near your timestamp. You've been giving people the silent treatment. You've been the one that's called time. If it's been a marriage, you've been the one that's called time on it. If it's been a long-term relationship, you've called time. If it's a job, you've said see you later. Whatever the circumstances are, you've cut it out. Because you're tired of people, and you're tired of people driving your car. See, now I'm going to explain that metaphor, because I see everything as different metaphors. It's just the way that I operate. And so I see life, right? I've got this, my life is like my car, right? And I'm in my car, I'm strapped in the driver's seat, and I'm in control. I've got the shift in my hand, I've got everything's going on, I've got my feet on the pedals, and I know where I'm going. But that hasn't always been the case. So for you, that hasn't always been the case either. There have been other people driving your car, and you're tired of complaining of car crashes. You've taken the wheel back. You've taken control back. You're moving away from anything that makes you feel a lack of clarity, that makes you feel confused in any way. Like, you're understanding that if it's not sure, then it's probably not right for you. I feel that you walking away from, if it was a relationship or a marriage, something along those lines, I feel like this person wants to punish you for that. This person is ruthless, I feel. And whether or not this person actually wanted to be with you or not, they wanted to be the ones to be in control of everything. And the fact that you were in control and said, look, I'm done, no more, they are plotting, I feel. The Great Mother Divine stepped in as well to help you stop this pattern. I feel like whether you are presenting as masculine or feminine on the 3D, it doesn't matter. The Great Mother Divine that we live on, the Great Mother Divine, the energy, the feminine energy that we forget about a lot of the time because we're so busy giving it to the Son, the Father. I roll my eyes because one can't exist without the other, and it's just weird that we don't acknowledge both. But she has stepped in because the pattern of abandonment and the pattern of manipulation. Like, I'm feeling a whirlwind, like a hurricane. So if this isn't the energy that you were in previously, right, and that or some of you may still be in now, then this is probably not going to be the reading for you. Messages from the Great Mother Divine. What do you want to say? Now I'm going to pull some cards, okay, to figure out what the Great Mother Divine wants to say. Right, I've got these long nails on, so I thought it would be fun to put press-ons today. It's not working out very well for me. Great Mother Divine, what do you want to say to pile number 1, please? What comfort are you offering to pile number 1 at this time during this turbulence? Okay, 1 second. I just want to put a couple more cards and then I'll let you know what I've got. Okay. So we have got the 5 of Cups in, well, the right way up. We have got the 2 of Swords in the reverse. And we have also got the, what's that, the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands in reverse as well. And the Great Mother Divine, through me, I'm hearing forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not seeing certain things. Forgive yourself for even seeing them and ignoring them. Forgive yourself for the bad choices I'm hearing. Forgive yourself. And I feel that you're being overly cruel to yourself. I feel really tight here, and I feel like you're being, when I say overly cruel to yourself, I feel like you have, the Great Mother Divine is saying to me that you have punished yourself in some respects, maybe giving yourself some horrible self-talk because of the disappointment and maybe falling for certain things. The Great Mother Divine is saying that self-pity isn't really your thing. But you talk to yourself not so great in your head. And she's encouraging you to remove the jaded feeling or the jaded vision that you've got of yourself. I'm hearing both the jaded feeling and vision that you have of yourself. It wasn't you that was careless. It was them. And sometimes we come here and yes, sometimes we choose our paths, but I don't think we choose everything. Because otherwise that's just saying, oh, you chose to come here and be mishandled. And you didn't. Nobody, I don't think anybody really does. I'm hearing, don't be afraid of more disappointment or disillusionment. Your glasses are off now. And the Great Mother Divine wants to support you through your mourning, through your grief. Because as much as you have stepped away, it wasn't an easy thing to do. You didn't just decide to say, do you know what? F the world, F them, and F everything else. If people wanted a better part in the story, they should have been a better character. And I feel here that, unfortunately, you found yourself with people that have been a bit leechy. And we've got the 6 of Cups and the 10 of Cups in reverse. And I feel here, this is you thinking about regret and being, just looking at things that you've had to say goodbye to and feeling a sense of loss about that, memories and stuff like that. But you are healing. And you know you're healing, and you know that you're going to be gaining from this situation here. You've walked away from the arguments and from the petty squabbles and disputes. And I think that a lot of these people, your family, your ex-partners and friends, a lot of them saw greatness in you, pile number 1, and it made them uncomfortable. It made them uncomfortable, and it's not your fault. But they made it your fault, or they took it out on you as if it were, or as if you had done something to them. And I don't feel like you've done anything to them, to be honest. The Great Mother Divine is bringing justice into the situation for you, okay? The Great Mother Divine is bringing truth and clarity for you. Eternal justice, I'm hearing. She has been watching and taking note. And yes, she is. I haven't got the judgment out, but I'm seeing judgment as well. So she's past judgment. Listen to your heart, pile number 1s. You know that you've done the right thing by walking away from these people, by breaking up with or putting people in time out. You have a fair way about you, okay? And you know how to take accountability for yourself. You've pretty much always taken account, and you've probably overdone it sometimes, taking accountability for things that you probably didn't have any business taking account. Like, just, yeah. I'm hearing that you've often, you're the first person to hold your hand up and say, look, I did something wrong. You're the first person to say, sorry, I may have overdone this, or blah, blah, blah. And I feel that the people that have been around you thus far haven't always been honest or forthright or forthcoming when it comes to you. Because a lot of the things you've taken responsibility for haven't necessarily been your responsibility. Like, you haven't been responsible for. You weren't the one who caused it. Great Mother Divine, what messages have we got for pile number 1, please? Okay. So we've got here the 9 of Wands in reverse. We've got the 7 of Pentacles right way up. We've got the Queen of Wands and the 7 of Cups. I'm hearing that you are just continue to fuel your dreams, because you're not only, I'm hearing you're not only having these ideas or these dreams or these things that you want to do, take it and apply it as you will. You are also applying action to that as well. You're taking steps, you're planting seeds, you're planning. You're also remembering times where you might not have been so successful in certain endeavours, whatever those endeavours were, whether they were financial, whether they were with relationships, your children, whatever. I feel like you're remembering times where, it might not have been the greatest, and all those times that made you feel frustrated and made you feel anxious or made you feel like, it wasn't going to come to pass. But I feel like now you've got like itchy feet or itchy hands or whatever, because this is coming in now. You had to step away from these people, the Great Mother saying to me. You had to step away. So sometimes we confuse unconditional love with unconditional tolerance, I'm hearing. I'm hearing strongly, like, just because you love somebody unconditionally doesn't mean you have to tolerate them unconditionally. So, I mean, for instance, I can love somebody from a distance. I'm quite a detached person at times. And so I can have that unconditional love for you and not have you in my space. You and a lot of other people, and yourself included, have often confused unconditional love with tolerance. We're all supposed to be loving ourselves unconditionally, so that when we love, that's where we're coming from, that space. But we love through ourselves. And so me loving X, Y, or Z unconditionally doesn't mean I have to love them at the benefit of myself. Once that becomes something that infringes upon myself, my healthy choices, or my life, that's something I have to look at and I have to examine. I don't just get up and walk away from people. You haven't done that. You've sat down with people, you've explained to them, they haven't heard you, or they've chosen to ignore you in most cases. The Great Mother Divine is bringing passion back into your life. She's bringing in this abundant energy for you. She's unblocking a lot of that energy, the energy where you don't feel rooted or you don't feel grounded. The Great Mother Divine is coming in to cleanse you of those feelings of feeling like you weren't enough, or feeling like you were too much. She's ushering in this new energy of self-love for you, and you're understanding self-love and self-care literally go hand in hand. Like, a lot of people are confusing self-love and self-harm. and they don't even know it. Like sitting down and eating that whole packet of biscuits, like today, I mean, literally sitting down and eating a whole packet of biscuits, that is not self-love, self-harm. Entertaining somebody just because it stings a little bit not to have them around, when in the long run you feel worse off, or they're leeching off of your energy, or whatever's going on is going on, whether it's arguments, whatever the bad exchange is or the unhealthy exchange is, in the long run it's not good for you and it's not good for them. That's self-harm. Self-love is recognizing that it's not going to go any further, and knowing that you've got to be an adult about it. Somebody's got to be the adult, and you've got to say see you later. And you are understanding that now. You finally started to put those practices into measure, or into the words I'm looking for. But is Mercury reverse or something? I'm sure Mercury must be retrograde, because I'm finding it hard to speak today. Let's hold on to my blue calcite again so that I can get back into it. Right. Right, so yeah, where I was at the point where I was saying that self-love and self-care, you're understanding that they go hand in hand. You're understanding that sometimes self-care pinches a little bit. In fact, to be fair, if you're doing self-care and self-love right, it pinches more often than not. But you've got to do what's right for yourself and everyone else at like for their highest good. And sticking around people, friends, family, all of that good stuff, when they don't do what's right by you, and they take the Michael out of you, and they abuse your kindness, staying around that isn't healthy for you. It's definitely not healthy for them, but it's most certainly not healthy for you. And you're breaking that pattern. The Great Mother Divine has stepped in to show you where a lot of the things that have happened thus far, or a lot of the blockages, have been because you've maintained this idea that unconditional love meant unconditional tolerance. And finally you're seeing that that is not the case. Finally you're understanding that sometimes you just got to leave people high and dry because they're a lesson, and that's it, and that's that. Spirit, Great Mother Divine, what other messages have we got for pile number 1, please? What other messages have we got for pile number 1? So we have got the Four of Swords in reverse. This has been a very, very trying time for you, pile number 1. You've walked away from a lot. You have. It's been, listen, take some time out. All right? This determination that you've got to continue despite feeling a little bit tired or a little bit spiritually worn out, it's probably going to have you in a situation where you feel a bit stuck. So the Great Mother Divine wants you to rest and take it easy. Have we got any oracle cards, please? Take time out, okay? And so we've got the Grim Reaper, and we have got Talking. And so here the card says that relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. This is definitely the energy that you're in, the energy that I was picking up earlier on. So that's just confirmation of that. And the Talking card says interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email. Is that hoovering or hovering? No, that's hoovering. I don't know what hoovering's got to do with any of this, but maybe you need to have a hoover. Now, I feel like this card here, this Talking card, I feel like you've probably been isolating yourself a little bit much, or a little bit too much, sorry. overthinking. I feel like Spirit wants you to kind of reach out. A couple of school friends, maybe a few old friends you haven't spoken to in a while. Have a little conversation with a few of them. A lot of people at the moment are going through the same things. And I feel like that is going to be a similar message across all three piles tonight. And again, we've got the coffee cup, and this is all about meeting and having a coffee. Like, this is about, again, conversing. See? And we've got feeling uplifted and friendship. So I feel here the message from the Great Mother Divine is reach out, go out for coffee with a couple of your friends and stuff like that. Like, you'll see that you're not in such a bad space, or in a space that you think you're in. And I think that you're doing the right thing by stepping away from a lot of the people that you've stepped away from. I do feel like it had a lot to do with a connection. I feel like it had something to do with an ex, somebody that you were married to, or somebody that you were in a very sort of confined relationship with. And I think that connection, even if you were with your family, I feel like it kind of tore you away from things. You weren't able to keep up with friends. You weren't able to keep up with, I don't know, having trips out, whatever it was. So get out. All right? Go and have some fun. Let your hair down a little bit, pile number ones, all right? The Great Mother Divine is encouraging you to, you know, let your hair down. Go and practice some self-love and some self-care. You know, spoil yourself a little bit, but also, you know, within reason, obviously. Stop and smell the coffee, or smell the roses, I'm hearing, because you haven't stopped. You've been cutting dead wood. You've been chopping away all the things that don't serve you, leaving relationships behind. And this, you know, as much as it's like when you're in the energy of doing it and you're moving into that, you've got all the energy in the world, this does take a toll on you eventually, because you're cutting away things that have been in some way a support or a comfort. And we find comfort in strangers' things as humans sometimes. And there has been some comfort in these things. So take some time out. All right. The Great Mother Divine is bringing passion back into your life. And she's encouraging you to take care of yourself, my darling. So I hope this resonates with you in some way. There were a lot of messages coming through. I'll have to play this back and listen to it to see what happened. And so, yeah, please like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Also, if you want to buy me a coffee, I'm not monetized in any way. Everything goes towards supporting me to support the channel. Please feel free. The details will be in the description box below, along with anything else you might need in regard to private readings. Have the best night, my darlings. Take care of yourself. And these have been messages from the Great Mother Divine. Hello, my pile number twos. This is your pick a card for messages from the Great Mother Divine. I'm going to give you a trigger warning now, because it's a deep message that I'm getting in for you guys. And it is from the Great Mother. So this is going to come across, it's a lot. And I'm trigger warning and apologies from now, okay? It's not bad, so don't get scared. Okay. Instantly, I'm picking up a lot of anxiety and fear. All right? You are scared of moving. Listen, something has gone belly up. And I feel like this is with a person. I feel that you, my pile number twos, you are in this fear, this almost terror. The Great Mother Divine is really, really telling you not to be afraid right now of moving on. Not to be afraid of a better tomorrow. I feel that you have had a lot of self-doubt, and I also feel here that you feel that there's been missed opportunities, or you're scared that you've walked away from something and you haven't done the right thing. An ending is a brand new beginning, I'm hearing. I've got like you may, I don't know, I've got this weird pain here as well. Like, I feel like this has all like caused you almost physical pain. You've been stubborn, I'm hearing. And it's about proving a point. I feel like people around you have said to you this person wasn't right, or something wasn't right. And you you had this need. I don't mean to laugh, but I laugh because I remember this feeling myself. This need to prove people wrong. And you had invested so much time and effort into whatever this connection was that you didn't want to take a loss or chuck the towel in. I am picking up strongly that there were other people involved. There's been a lot of gossip, malicious talk. This was a karmic lesson, all right? This was about teaching you how to walk away from things and to accept things for what they are. The Great Mother Divine, is, I feel so sad. Because she didn't mean for you to feel like you can't cope, or for you to have this anxiety or anything like that. I just, this lesson went on for too long. But you're being liberated from this. The Great Mother Divine is liberating you from this. From this whole situation. This involves so many people. I feel like family went against you as well. This person, very charismatic. I feel like they came across as like such a great person on the outside to everybody. But they were everything but this. And even though this wasn't healthy, this wasn't great at all, there is some sort of guilt or this guilt for walking away. Maybe you feel like this person needs you or something. But it's very indecisive energy. It's, should I step away? Shouldn't I step away? And the Great Mother Divine is encouraging you to step away and seek a new beginning. As hard as that might be to hear. You need to regroup, I'm hearing. Your intuition has been screaming from the inside, telling you everything about this situation isn't right. And I feel like there's been an unwillingness to see. Let me get some cards. We've got the Knight of Wands. So this person led with sexual energy. I'm picking up a lot of sexual energy from this card. Arrogant. Smells good. says the right things, very charismatic, passionate, adventurous, absolutely. Everything that the Knight of Wands is. But the Knight of Wands is unstable energy. The Knight of Wands rushes in, bit like Zorro or Prince Charming or whatever, rushes in and then rushes back out again. And we've got the Lovers, okay? And I feel like as much as this might have been a connection where you felt you were equally yoked in some way, that this was a perfect union, a soulmate partnership in some way, this was a karmic lesson. I feel like this person, and I feel like you know about this as well, I feel like this person may have had relations with a friend or a family member of yours. Now, these are all general messages, right? And take them and apply them as you will, because for some it will be for some, and for others it might not be the case. The Great Mother Divine is encouraging you to bring balance back into your life, the Temperance in reverse. I'm also hearing, just accept things for what they are. Stop trying to control the outcome. Alright? Stop trying to manifest this person. Stop trying to manifest a new beginning. For some of you that are trying to do that, just stop. Give it a rest. Stop writing this person's name down. I'm seeing over and over. Because this is really blocking you. And this is not your person. Alright? Some of you are really going into some places to get what it is you are looking for from this person. Don't do that. Sorry, I had to have a sip of water. Don't do that. Don't go and seek extra help, bringing in pictures or doing rituals and things like that. This fear of moving on, of letting go of this person, leaving this person behind, or letting this relationship or whatever it is, just let it go. The fear of you walking away from it, moving on, it is driving you to kind of do some things that you might not normally do. The Great Mother Divine is urging you to not continue this any further than you have. This is not going to resonate with all of you, okay? This is really not. And I didn't expect the messages to come in this way. But let karma do what karma needs to do. Alright? Don't muddy your water any more than you have. Because you're going to end up making this a problem for yourself. The Great Mother Divine is trying to protect you from yourself. And you are a powerful being, pile number 2. Pile number 2, you are powerful beings. You know the power of your word. And you know things go bump in the night as well. But let's not fall into the trap of being so focused on one person or one thing that is what drives us, and we can't see sense from nonsense. Because at the moment, we're borderline at the minute from the energy that I'm picking up. Alright? Because you don't want to make yourself wrong. So let's not do any of these weird little jumping down rabbit holes and writing names down and all this little stuff that we're doing to try and manifest this specific person. If this person is meant for you, no matter what happens, right? If you work on yourself, then if it's meant to be, it'll be. But the Great Mother Divine is urging you to work on yourself. You really need to work on you, darling. And I'm not judging you. We all do silly things when we feel that, you know, when we feel what we feel. All of us, myself included. But I feel here, for those of you that resonate with this message, you are about to make a mistake that you might not be able to recover from. And listen to me, things have bearing on lifetimes. So even if you don't have children in this lifetime, and it's not something that passes on to your family line, or that you haven't introduced into your line as bad karma, because it is a done thing, then it will be something that you pass onto yourself for your next go around. And this is how generational things are weaved in. This is how generational curses are weaved into things. All right, this is how certain punishments and things are weaved into the fabric of time, into your line. And this is just advice. I'm not here to judge or anything like that. But the Great Mother Divine, these are messages that have come out, and I've got to give them for what they are. You've got some major choices to make. All right. You've got to choose between the light and the dark. You've got a choice. All right. There's like this meme that's going around about two wolves. Which wolf are you going to feed? Okay. Now, I am a firm believer that we need both our darkness and our lightness. We can't eradicate one without eradicating the other, because the light casts shadows, and the shadows is how you see the light. And so, but you can't feed one more than the other. That's 1 sec. I don't want to run over my crystal, which I probably will with this wheel on this chair. This is something that you've got to let go of. Pile number 2. This is something that you've got to lay to rest. All right. You've got to, you've got to think about your spirituality here. You've got to think about consequences and things like that. Now look, now that I've delivered that message, because it's not all doom and gloom, the Great Mother Divine really wants you to take a step into your new beginning. There's a brand new beginning for you, right? When you just step into that healing, all right? Allow yourself the opportunity to get over this person and to heal, and to let the anger go, or to let the anxiety go, or whatever it is that you're feeling that is in the complete opposite to what you should be feeling. Allow yourself to heal. And the Great Mother Divine is ushering in a brand new beginning for you. We've got the Fool card here. All right. And this is freedom. Freedom to explore yourself. This is you in your new beginning, without a care in the world, if you just allow yourself to get to that space. This was a heavy message. Let's pull some other cards. Great Mother Divine, what else would you want to say to pile number 2? What messages of encouragement and love you want to give into pile number 2, please, Great Mother Divine? Okay. So we've got the Devil. And so I feel here, right, that the space that you're in, or the space that you're coming through, is that of some sort of, anxiety and helplessness. And I think that, the Devil's always a no as well. It's like This isn't really for you. This isn't your bag. Don't do it. Allow yourself to step into your Empress energy. Alright? Whether you are male or female, it really doesn't matter what you present as here. The Empress is the Empress. Allow yourself the freedom to escape. Because I feel like a lot of this overthinking and this constant fear and anxiety and pretty much almost terror of losing this person that you've invested so much into, that really, if you ask yourself, were they really worth that investment? I think you'll answer the question, and the question is no, they weren't. Allow yourself to escape. Okay? The Great Mother Divine is liberating you from this situation if you just allow her to. And we've got the Emperor. And this is about stability and protection. I feel here that she just wants to protect you and keep you safe and protect you from yourself. So look, you haven't got to confess to anybody. This is the Seven of Swords. You haven't got to confess to anybody anything, what you've been up to or anything like that. You just got to say to yourself, look, the only person you can't lie to is yourself. In all of this, the only person you've got to be honest with is you. Alright? And I think that you come into this reading as well, your conscience has been kicking in a bit. I think you have been thinking, have you gone too far? In certain things, in trying to get this person back or trying to get this person to notice you. And we do silly things sometimes trying to get that person to see us. Sorry about that. Trying to get that person to see us. Sometimes we can do silly things like lie and commit antics or tell stories about things that are happening and not really happening. All that type of thing. And I think that you've reached a point where it's borderline now, and you probably need to pull back, let this situation go. And there we go, we've got the Seven, we've got the Chariot, which is number 7. This is moving forward, okay? This is you overcoming your obstacles, and I think you are going to make the better choice. I think you are going to choose yourself. Alright, I think you are going to step into the energy of letting this go. Alright, I feel like you might not have seen it as for what it is, or you might not have seen how far you've gone or whatever, but I think now you're probably going to think, maybe you have been a little bit too obsessed about the situation, this person, this thing. And if they have been someone who has been with somebody in your group or in your family, like, is this really somebody that you want or whatever's like that? And some of you don't want this person. Some of you just want to punish them. Listen, there is no punishment that you can deliver better than you getting over it, moving forward and just not giving a shit. Okay, the Great Mother Divine wants you to step forward, step into your calling, step into your self-love. All right, because I feel like you have been very clouded, and it happens. All right, so there is no judgment here, and don't judge yourself too harshly. Just ask the Divine what steps you can take in order to cleanse your aura or to cleanse your karma, and to see how you can move forward. Okay, remember that endings are new beginnings, and transition and all that is liberation. Like, you're being liberated from a person, a past, a thing, a place, or whatever, and so change is good. Allow the Tower moment to fall. Allow things to just lay down where they are, and then whatever's left standing is what's meant to be standing. I hope that this resonates with you in some way, pile number 2. If you want to buy me a coffee, the details are in the description box below for the PayPal. I'm not monetized here, so anything that you do donate goes towards supporting me to support the channel. And if you want to know anything about readings, then the information will be in the description box below as well. Please take it easy with yourself, all right? I feel that you are going to be, from, you know, doing a lot of inner child work, working on a lot of the things that kind of cause you to kind of feel and think a certain way. There's nothing really wrong with you. I feel that you just probably have a hard time moving on or stepping away from things. And for a couple of you, you might be doing a little bit of hocus pocus. Please stop doing that. And a couple of you are trying to manifest a new beginning with this person. Again, just don't do that. Work on yourselves, all right? Work on your fears and your anxieties, okay? Work on that overthinking as well. Try and break the cycle of doing that. The moment that you think of something for more than 17 seconds, the universe starts to manifest that for you. So, you know, the constant thinking of certain things, bad things, whatever, sometimes we can cause these things to kind of, you know, meet us at our doorstep, because, you know, we tend to overthink. So try and break that cycle if you can with anything, as long as it's healthy, anything. Please take care of yourselves. And this has been your pick a card for messages from the Great Mother Divine. Again, don't shoot the messages. I am so sorry that, I don't even know if I can say that here, but I am so sorry that the messages came out as they did. Please remember, they are general messages, so please take what applies to you and leave it the rest. If it doesn't, then please pick another pile. All right, have a great night. Grand Rising, my little cherubs, welcome back to my channel, Red Fire Flags. This is pile number 3 for messages from the Great Mother Divine. Just gonna jump straight in, because beautiful messages from the Great Mother for you, my pile number 3s. Now, it's not to say that the others are not being rewarded or anything like that, but there are great rewards coming your direction. You have been putting in some real groundwork. The Great Mother Divine has seen you constantly grinding, whether it's been you putting in that spiritual time for you to do the healing, for you to put yourself in a position where you're at a high vibration, whether that's been you putting in work as well as doing that into your physical 3D life. The Great Mother Divine has seen you really juggling and balancing your life and balancing your spirituality and your healing. A few of you are about to get public recognition, so I'm not sure if you're an actor or if you are like some way a singer or something, but there is public recognition coming for a good few of you, whether it's social media or whatever it is that you're doing. Something's about to take off. The Great Mother Divine is ushering in success for you, finances. I feel here that you're also, you know, you've literally been, you know, you've got allotted time for self-care and self-love. It's like a rota. You've got everything kind of working, and it hasn't always been this way. But you finally put yourself in a position where you're also keeping up with your friendships, you know, so you've got your social life going, you've got your creative side going, you've got your work life happening, you know, you're taking time out for a bit of self-love and a bit of self-care, you're keeping an eye on your healing, you're keeping an eye on things that, you know, around you, people that are not meant to be around you. You're, you know, there's no aggression about it, there's no sadness about it, it's just, you know what, you go that way, I go that way, no problem. The Great Mother Divine is bringing in a lot of new ideas for you. I feel that right now you're, you know, I feel like you've been busy. If you haven't been busy, you're about to get really busy, okay? I'm seeing the world. So I feel here that you've been given, or you're going to be given, these massive opportunities. So if a few of you are artists, whether that's painting, whether that's music, whether that's, you know, the performing arts, no matter what that is, you're about to get public recognition. A few of you who are in, you know, the art world, that are, you know, that are making stuff, I feel like there's going to be somebody, celebrity, or somebody that's a name, that's going to buy something of yours. And they will buy it. They're not looking for a handout. And I think this is going to be what sets everything off with that. If you make jewelry, if you, whatever it is that you are creating, that you're bringing to the table, there is going to be somebody who is like a household name that's going to purchase something, and you, that's going to give you that public recognition I'm picking up. Like, you're not afraid of moving on. You accept things as what they are. You see like negative situations or loss as a way for you to learn, or a way for you to kind of grow. And the Great Mother Divine is so proud that you've reached this point, because like I said, it wasn't always that way for you. You know, I feel like you've had self-doubt, you've had insecurities, you've had issues, but you've navigated those waters, you've moved through those issues, you know. And have you always been confident about doing it? No. But you've done it. I'm picking up contracts as well, so even for some of you that are not in the art world or in the performing arts, for some of you who are just trying to start your new business, I feel like there is a contract you're signing, an order. There's something that's being signed here that's going to be very, very fruitful. There is money coming in. I'm just seeing a rain of gold coins. And I feel like the people that you've stepped away from, the people that you have decided that you can't be around anymore, I feel like they're spying on you in some way, because it's, I mean, look, that's the only way they're going to have access to you. You haven't opened social media for your business purposes. You guys are destined for great things. There is a celebration coming up for you between now and the next 5 months, or whenever you come to this reading, between now and the next 5 months, there is a celebration, because I feel like, or the 5th of a month, or the 5th month, but between now and the next 5 months, I've just got to say that there is a contract that's being signed. This is going to bring some sort of wealth to you, so much fun and joy, because you're doing what you love. I'm also picking up for you guys that there is going to be travel. The Great Mother Divine is bringing in this time of enjoyment, of fun, of, you don't have to be frugal anymore. I'm hearing that, you know, you've been going through it, but you're about to be rewarded, and it's going to be swift. I'm hearing that you've come through your rebirth. You've come out the other side. And, you know, sometimes when we come through that forest and we can't see the wood for the trees, and we do come out the other side, the light's a little bit blinding. It's been a bit dark. It's been a bit murky for a while. And it's a bit blinding. You can't really see what's going on still. And it takes a little while for your eyes to adjust. It takes a little while for your senses to recollaborate themselves, because you're no longer smelling the wood and the trees. But you are kind of, you know, you're in that stage where, you know, you're rubbing your eyes a bit. And a lot of you are, you know, you've got this thirst for knowing who you are, and for standing on that 10 toes down. You've got this thirst for knowing where you're from, for knowledge, for finding out the truth. Like, you are, I'm hearing truth seekers. For a lot of you, there are promotions coming. The Great Mother Divine is also bringing in so much information. I feel like a lot of you are getting downloads. And a lot of you are getting these downloads and seeing these homes in your mind's eye and thinking then or whatever. Like, it's nice to dream, I'm hearing. Oh, well, one can dream. And I don't think you understand how much of a reality this is about to be for you. Pile number 3. Oh, I wish I was picking. Because everything is coming up trumps. I feel like... thank you. The Great Mother Divine wants to acknowledge, right, that you have come from a past. And for a few of you, it was domestically harrowing. And you've worked through a lot of that. To understand a lot of your childhood issues, the Great Mother Divine wants to acknowledge that she, you know, she was aware, she knows, and you know what took place. And sometimes there isn't anything that we can do about the things that happen around us. Sometimes once the chain of events start, those are the chain of events we've got to go through, and we've just got to play the hand that we're dealt. And you played a great hand, I'm hearing. I'm hearing you turned it around. A lot of you didn't think you were going to get to 21, 22. Some of you didn't even think you were going to get to 18. But you did. A lot of you got to 28 and 38 and 48. And you have finally hit that peace. The Great Mother Divine is just so proud of you that this didn't make you bitter. This didn't change you. It didn't stop you from wanting to help or be of service to humanity in some way. Because whatever it is that you're bringing in or that you do, it benefits humanity in some way. I mean, even if it's just, I mean, we say, oh, it's just art, like, but I've looked at paintings that have changed my whole vision of things. Like, I've listened to people speak and they've literally just woken me up. And so whatever it is that you're delivering, it's changing something. It's changing humanity in some way. And it is going to be very successful. So let's grab some cards and see what's going on. Spirit, Great Mother Divine. What messages have we got for pile 3? What do you want to say to pile 3, please? Great Mother Divine, what do we want to say to pile 3, please? I'm going to keep shuffling until something flies out. Great Mother Divine, what do you want to say? So we've got, and this deck usually doesn't have reversal cards in it, but this is reversed for some reason. It's a Tower. This is personal transformation. Like, you know, I feel like the Tower fell. I feel like you averted a complete and utter disaster. But I also feel here that even though the Tower normally, when it's reversed, is like a fear of change or you kind of delaying the inevitable in some way, I feel like that wasn't the case. I feel like the Tower fell, you dealt with it, and things happen. What's this? And so we've got the Hermit. You've definitely been on a spiritual journey. It's been a spiritual, I'm hearing a spiritual war. And this has brought you independence, inner strength. You trust your intuition. And it's brought you truth. You're definitely a wise old owl, you are. The Great Mother Divine is encouraging you to continue to follow your inner guidance, your inner wisdom. To to keep going within. And we have got the Two of Cups. And so I feel like this is confirmation for that partnership or that contract that's coming in. Because I'm not picking up this is about love or an actual partnership. I mean, it could be, but the strongest energy that's coming off of this card for me is a contract, a partnership. So whether you get contracted to, so if you're an artist and, I don't know, say for instance, Best Western or whatever the hotel is, commissioned a piece of work for you, from you, that would be in all of their hotels. It's a massive contract. It's massive, but it's that type of massive that I'm talking about. If it's you that's delivering some sort of spiritual business, if you're a reader or whatever, you're about to really take off. Some of you are going to start your own sort of line, maybe. But this is a partnership, and it is an equal partnership, and it's built on respect. This is somebody that's going to put in as much work as you are. So it's, you know, if you're offering, again, I go back to the art because I can't get away from the creative side of things. There's something creative. You guys are really, really creating something big. And if it's something to do with art or whatever it is that you're creating, then the person that is going to be your partner, or the person that is you're signing a contract with, or that you're getting that contract with, this person is also going to offer other things because they see something in you. So it's an equally yoked partnership. They will work as hard as you will. And you've worked hard, and the Great Mother Divine wants to acknowledge your hard work. This is the Queen of Cups. You've worked hard at being, you know, emotionally stable. And you've worked hard at, you know, opening yourself up again. Because like I said, it wasn't always this way. And it's taken hard work. And the Great Mother Divine wants to acknowledge that hard work and to reward you. And I'll be honest with you, it is much bigger than you ever imagined it would be. And pile number 3, sometimes when we dream our dreams and it takes a while to come to fruition, or sometimes it doesn't even happen, it's because there are bigger things planned. And this is exactly the case for you. Pile 3, you could never have thought in your wildest imagination that you would be the first millionaire in your family, or first multi-millionaire in your family, or even billionaire for a few of you. We've got the Knight of Cups here. And this is you. You're following your heart. You're following your drum. You know, you're in this creative energy. You're in love with yourself and your life at this moment. And this is why the Great Mother Divine is ushering in that financial abundance for you. Because you've been dedicated to the cause. You've been dedicated to yourself. And, you know, why wouldn't you be rewarded for that? A good few of you, you're also coming into an inheritance as well, I'm hearing. And so we've got the Strength card. That's that inner strength that I was talking about. That's that resilience that you've got. And the card here says influencer. Some of you could be influencers. But you're very focused at this point. You're focused on bringing your dreams into reality. And you're focused, and your dreams aren't just being successful in a business or work. Your dreams are also being successful at doing this thing called life, at evolving, at being a happier person, at making healthier choices. you're making better choices altogether. A few of you have changed the way you eat completely. Some of you have given up smoking. Some of you have, you're really, really putting in that work to be healthier, to be successful in what it is that you want so that you can attain your achievements. A lot of you have put carbs down because you've realised maybe it makes you feel sluggish, and a few of you have picked up some extra fruits or some extra veg. Whatever you've done, you've changed a lot with just a few small things, or a few small steps in the right direction. You've just changed the outcome of a lot of things. Part number 3. This has been amazing. The messages I've got for you are amazing. Don't give up yet at all. Keep going. All right. I know it's been a bit of a challenge, and I know, because like I said, it hasn't always been this way for you. It has been a challenge getting to this point, but you have got here, and you have stepped through the forest, and it is a bit bright. The dawn is a bit bright for you, but don't worry. The Great Mother Divine stepping in to give you some shades. All right. Keep going. Do not give up. You are just about to reap the benefit of all of your hard work. All right, I'm seeing a 10 of Pentacles. That's real grounded, stable financial abundance. It's a stable new home. It's a nice home. It's money in the bank. It's house money. And when I say house money, I mean it's enough money for you to have the house, to maintain it, to keep it heated, watered, and all the rest of it. Everything that a house needs, because fair dues, you can buy a house, but can you maintain it? And you've got all of that, and that's on its way to you. Some of you have already started looking at home. Some of you have already even just hit that moment where you feel like you've hit jackpot. And some of you, that moment's about to come. So this has been the messages that I've got for you from the Great Mother Divine. I hope this resonates in some way. I'm going to have to play all of these back because they all came out very differently. But yes, so details for personal readings are in the description box below. If you want to donate to the channel or buy me a coffee, please feel free. I'm not monetized, so anything that you do donate goes towards helping to support me, to support the channel. And I'm also looking at changing or introducing some new choices in regards to readings. At the moment, I only offer an hour reading, and that might not be affordable for everybody. So I'm looking at finding new ways to help everybody as best I can. So yeah, that has been your readings. Please comment below, like, share, subscribe, and again, thank you for choosing my channel. Have the best evening.